Those of you who didn't hear me earlier, we have internet issues. So April and I are both hotspotting it off of our phones for tonight. If for some reason things go haywire, we will stop tonight and do it tomorrow. Okay, so, but hopefully we're going to get through it. But I was joking, we're New Yorkers and we're going to talk fast, but we're going to talk fast. Okay, so take notes and hopefully we get through the half hour quickly. So with that, I'm going to go right into pulling up the slides and a lot of stuff to share here, folks. So please write down some notes, okay? Okay, so just a couple things, because we have two trainings really that we're going to do tonight, but Power Hour is tomorrow, January 19th at 4 o'clock. I know it's a holiday, but we will be doing Power Hour. I should be April will be hosting Power Hour as usual. Um, don't forget now, it's just right around the corner, our live product and opportunity launch on Zoom on January 27th, and that's always at 8:30. We will have new slides, and you'll get a little bit of a taste of it in a second, but it's going to be a brand new presentation for that night. Okay, so don't forget to register and book your air and hotel for Vegas, April 16, 17, 18. And like I said, tonight, April is going to be doing a training called Bridging. Okay, you're going to love this because I was looking at her slides earlier. And I did a new video on the comp plan off of slides that we saw last week when we were with Brandon for whatever they called Saturday, the global launch. And he was nice enough to give us the slides. The conditions for videotaping him and the screen and the slides where we were horrendous. Okay, so we couldn't use anything where we were, but he was nice enough to give the slides, and I was able to replicate what he did. And we've wanted a very, very short 5 minute overview of the comp plan, and the pictures in his slides were perfect with a short narration going with it. So anyway, I'll show you that in a second. But okay. I hate self-promoting. I'm not good at it. I don't like it. But April and I did earn the trip to Thailand. Um, so you might have seen it on April's post. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to make this trip. We both have, April's mom's getting older. My dad's going on 90, and being it's a 26-hour flight, 24 to 26 hours from Orlando. I'm just not comfortable being on the other side of the world with some of the responsibilities we have. So we did earn it, but we're 99% sure we're not going to attend this one. So anyway, that's that for that. I did mention Power Hours tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern, and they've been doing great. I get to hear it. I don't always get to hop on it, but man, if you want to get a lot of work done in 1 hour, hop on this. And I know some of you have jobs and can't do it, but it's really been awesome. Very, very, I would say the most productive hour of doing business from 1 week to the next. Okay, I mentioned this. These are in Telegram. If for some reason you can't get it or didn't see it or don't have it or deleted it or whatever you did, just ask and we can always text it to you. But these are the invites for the live opportunity presentation that I was just saying that we're going to have a completely new presentation and just start fresh with something new for 2026 and give it a fresh look. So anyway, these are the invites. Okay, one's got the Zoom number on it and one does not. Okay, again, I had mentioned before, let's get everybody registered for Momentum Academy in Las Vegas. It's been a while since we've been in Vegas. I'm really looking forward to this. I know Dee lives out there, so looking forward to hanging with them too. But 169 for rooms. I don't know what to tell you. You know, everywhere I stay these days, the room's more than that. Never mind at Planet Hollywood in Vegas. So the company did good by getting a room block at that rate. All right, the as you know, the two bundles, the MB GLP-1 system is still 20% off. That's retail, that's subscription, and that's consultants. It's 20 off. And the Healthy Edge Mind Body GLP-1 system is 25 off. Okay, so that's through the end of the month. I don't know what they're doing after that, but it's still there. Okay, so I'm just going to take a couple minutes. I don't want to play the video that I made, but I want you to understand what we did. Okay. Brandon, you got to remember by the time he got to the comp plan part of the slides, he had explained, the whole situation of where his mind was at. And he was talking about if you could imagine being in a tug of war. And the side that normally, not normally, probably wins every time is the side that has the most people and or the most weight. Okay, that's generally who wins a tug of war. And the point he was making is that everybody is in a financial tug of war. And do you think it would be better to try and do it alone in a tug of war or to build a team and do it with a team? Well, look, the bigger the team, the less personal responsibility falls on you. Okay. And that was the theme going into the slides I'm about to show you was that don't do it alone, build a team. And the whole point of it was it's not as hard as you think to build a team if you do it properly. Okay, it's not that hard to do. And he used some simple numbers, he used some simple descriptions. I really liked it. I think everyone in the room liked it when they saw it. So that's what I'm about to start explaining. So what Brandon said is it all starts with you saying yes. Now remember, we're talking to a prospect. Okay, so it all starts with you accepting the opportunity, okay, to build a business and get paid. And what he was sharing is, okay, you going it alone, you can make 10 to 30% on your customers. Okay, that's doing it alone. But to make it really simple, what he did is said, what if you only helped? And this is not a love them and leave them situation. In other words, it's somebody that you got involved in the business as a consultant and you helped them. Okay. You didn't do it for them, but you helped them. You made yourself available to them and you helped five people do $1,000 in sales. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's all he's talking about. And our residual income, our repeat income that would come every month from that, it's five people doing 1,000, so that's 5,000. We would get 10% of that, which is $500. Okay, plus whatever you were making on the customers that you had. Okay, yourself. Okay, this is talking about getting five consultants. Now, all we're doing is helping them get their five. Now, I've seen people in this business, recruit like crazy, and I call them love them and leave them. I can tell you, working with cold market that April and I have been doing, it's not easy to get into their warm markets because we're not their warm market. So we have to establish trust and stuff to do it. But all we're doing in this scenario is we got five. We didn't get 30, we didn't get 100, we didn't get 500. We got five and we helped them get their five. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, so you see the picture. It's you in the middle. You look like the bald butler in the middle or chauffeur driver. And you got your baker, you got your landscaper, you got your mechanic. I don't know what the objects are, but so this represents earning 2250 a month. Okay, why? Because it's a level down. Okay, so the residual is a little bit less than the 10%, so that's the earnings. But think about this for 1 second. You and five, Nobody is doing more than $1,000. That's it. They're doing $1,000 in business, and you have added, or you have helped somebody add $30,000 a year to their income. Now, I'm telling you, this is kitchen table income, okay? This is not you running all over the planet and doing stuff, okay? This is three-way calls, three-way chats. This is doing Zooms. I mean, who the heck wouldn't want an extra $30,000? And all it is 30 people doing 1,000 and you doing yours. That's all it is. We make this so hard when it's so simple. And part of this, we just got to get out of our own heads and do what we're supposed to do. So what do? We help their five get their five. Okay? That's what we do. Okay? So when they get theirs, now we're looking at, well, let me take it one more step. Okay? When we help their five get there, there's 155 people. Okay. Doesn't that look cool, that picture? Doesn't that just like, the 30 got their five and this is what it looks like? Do you realize that the volume there is we're gonna call it EC1, but the volume there is 155,000 and it's depending on the balance, it's EC2. Okay. But based on earning 7%, on 155,000, it's 11,000 a month. Nobody's doing more than 1,000 and you're not doing more than you got your first five. Who wouldn't want a business like this? Okay? And all we're talking about is the level commissions, the residual. We're not talking about the leadership bonuses. We're not talking about the revenue profit sharing that we get. We're not talking about the business development bonuses. We're not talking about trips. We're not talking about Jeeps. Okay? This is network marketing, multi-level marketing 101. You'd get your five, help them get their five, but nobody's doing a lot. It's $1,000. And to work backwards, what if I got somebody in the business and they were doing 5,000? Well, they're doing the work of five people. That's five less people I need. Okay, so we're always going to be looking for leaders. So what I did, I put all of this together and then used our income disclosure statement. And again, these are Brandon's slide. Full credit to Brandon. He's a nice guy for giving them out. Okay. So it's putting us right down here between MC3, EC1, EC2. It's right in here, but they get to see this isn't like our opinion. We're not making this up. We got the income disclosure statement to back it up. Okay. It's really, really fabulous. So, I'm not going to play the video, but it is
Hey,
here.
welcome for joining us. My name is Bob
You can hear
Wagner,
it.
and I'm just going to take a couple.
Okay, but I will get that posted for you. Okay, it will be on our YouTube channel. So just go to Bob and April Wagner YouTube, and it'll be there. And it'll be a short. It came in right at 5 minutes. And if anyone's ever wondering, could you or how do you make money in the business? It's just a quick overview of it where pictures are powerful. And I like the way the pictures, everybody loved them at the training, the way he did that. So, but anyway, April is going to do a training called Bridging. Okay. And I am going to stop sharing my slides. And April, I'm going to give it to you so you can share yours.
Get my slides up quick. All right. Play slides. A different computer. So does it look right to you?
Now it does. Yep.
And I can't see them.
Well, we can.
Okay. Share. All right. We got them. Okay. Is that full screen?
No, you didn't hit the play button.
There we go. Okay, good. Sorry about that, guys. I'm on a different computer than I normally would use. So yeah, so it's keep in mind, Bobby only went down 3 levels. We get paid 9 levels. I can promise you, if you ever got it started, if you had the desire, and that's really what we need to get to. Everyone needs to get that desire to go out and talk to people. We always seem to bring this up, but our pastor today told a story about a guy he met in a coffee line, and it's just like, you know what? We need to get outside of ourselves and have conversations with people, regardless of where we are, and have the desire. And I think back to the desire that Bobby and I had when we started. I want to get that back because there was not a person we did not talk to. We were constantly reaching out to people. We had more desire to earn than we did to fail at that point. And, if we failed, it meant we might lose the house and who knows what else at that point. Things were pretty bad at that point. So, sometimes I like to look for somebody whose back is against the wall and they're, a business person, they're looking to succeed and not to fail. But this training I called it bridge training. And because, there's a lot of people out there that start with product. Maybe they're, talking about product, getting somebody on collagen or the GLP-1 or, even the P84. And then they get their person in as a consultant. And then they're kind of frustrated because they can't figure out how to move that person. But, that person really just wanted to buy product. And then you kind of showed them how to get it at a discount. And we do this sometimes, and they haven't gotten results on the product. And particularly women may say, I want to use it first. I want to use it, make sure that it works. I'm getting some results and stuff. So these are some things that you can do. And there's many, many approaches to business. But if you've got that scenario going on, this may help you with that. It may make you feel better, may make them feel better. It's kind of a low-key backdoor way of just getting more people to take a look at what we're doing. So again, if you've got a customer or consultant and you want to get into their warm market, you want them to refer people, these are some scenarios, and you can take some screenshots that I use if somebody's being hesitant opening their warm market. So my good friend just got me started on this product. The benefits of the product be okay if I create a chat so that she can share with you. It's really that simple. It's kind of low. Seeing even and this it's low key, not threatening is the big thing here. So we're just creating just enough and for the person to want to get into that chat. This can be book. You've met somebody on Facebook. It can be on, a texting chat. There's a difference. You can do this. WhatsApp, whatever. There's a few different ways that you can three-way chat. Doesn't always need three-way call. Sometimes people are so uncomfortable picking up the phone. They don't dare want to get on, a three-way phone chat. So, here's another one. I kind of threw a business on my um, it will give you retirement money. I'm not sure if you're interested, but would be open to a three-way to hear more. If not, no worries. So, again, just some ideas on how you can get into other people's warm market non-threatening before you've gotten product results. And this works, and we've been talking a lot about this. It's permission based. There's not a person now. So, we talk about, would you be open? This is
April, you're bad. Come down here. I'll put the slides up. I'll just move and take my spot. It was really bad.
okay.
Are you here or no?
I'm here now. What is that? Okay, sorry guys. He did say I would talk fast. So,
Slow down.
all right. So, if you've got, again, this is going back one slide. If you've got a customer consultant, these are two scenarios, and you can change this any way around. You obviously you want to put what product you have in there, or if it's business is the second one, you can see the two different ways that this is going about. And I've got some other examples as we move towards the end as well. Okay. So again, like I said, permission based, would you be open? You've heard me say that a billion times, if not more. That's what works these days. No hype, no claims. So again, we're just creating a little bit of interest based on these are people This is generally warm market. You know a little bit about them, maybe something they said. But a lot of times when you get the other person on, that's the expert. So it's a shame, and I can never understand this, but even your closest friend or your best friend, a lot of times they don't listen to you, but they'll listen to a total stranger, which is always crazy to me. But that person comes across as the expert, and they probably are more of an expert than you are, particularly if you're brand new. But that other voice, and we can do a training on three-way calls, three-way texting, that other person just has more credibility to that person that doesn't even know them. And that's always worked. And then it just removes pressure from you. It's a low key approach. It just removes pressure. So, if the call doesn't go well, or they have something negative to say, it's not on you. You were just sharing something. So this is an easier way to do business. My good friend just got me started on this new product. You can put whatever it is in there. She's looking to lose weight. Would it be okay if I created a three-way chat so she can share with you? Okay. And my good friend just started me in a new business. I'm excited about because it will give me retirement money. So you can put in again whatever it is that's working on there, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you think that person needs. Again, I'm not sure if you're interested, but would you be open? Everything is would you be open to a three-way chat? And again, it can be in Messenger, it can be anywhere. And again, I always let them off the hook. If not, no worries. So again, just super low key. But again, we saw that. Okay. So what's really important is that it be relationship based. Okay, this isn't a cold texting thing that you're just going to copy and paste to everyone. This isn't a script. Sit down a little bit and think about what that person needs or wants, what your previous conversations might have been about. Did you talk about, tightening of your skin, or the sun damage your skin is doing maybe from playing too much tennis, or weight that you've gained during the holidays, or whatever it might be. You're going to want to put that in there to make it more personal. No cold pitching and no scripts. Okay. We said permission based, and you've heard me say this again. Would it be okay if, and then again, when you do this, everyone says yes. There's not a person, again, you've heard me say a lot, I might have something that'll help you. Would you be open to taking a look at a video? So permission based is very important. It positions the expert so you don't have to explain, but you know what? You get to connect, and that's your job. That's what you're doing. That's why it's called bridge training. But you also get to learn. You get to learn with that person. I love like going over to Brandon's last Saturday, and even a lot of the Zooms that I'm on during the week and stuff. I get to hear how other people explain, our products and our company and our comp plan and stuff. So until you've got a lot of that under your belt, so much easier to have a three-way chat going on. So you do the connecting and also the learning, but keep in mind, they are not the closer. I don't think, the right person closes themselves, actually, is what I think. I don't think anybody, if you have to close somebody, what's going to happen is you're going to have to close them every day. You're going to have to get on the phone and resell them on the whole opportunity and stuff. So, but what we're really looking for is just the bridge, just another voice to be able to share the information, because this is a business, just like what Bobby was explaining. It's not a business you do alone. It very much is a team business. And when we work in a team, it's much easier. That's why you see we bring in a lot of trainers, because those different voices and their message have a lot of value. So we like to bring different things in so that everybody can hear the difference there. Okay. And then this is how the chat should go, whether it's on the phone or it's just a text message. You do the introduction, say a few things about the person that you're introducing. So the person that you wanted to get in the chat or on the phone, tell the person, the so-called expert, a little bit about this person, why they're on the phone, what they may be interested in, what they may be looking for, and then you go quiet. So this would be an example. Sarah, this is my friend Jane I mentioned. Jane has been helping me and others. Thanks for connecting. And then just stop. So, you just want to elevate the expert, introduce the person the brand new person that's looking at either the product or the opportunity. And then you, as the bridge or the connector, just goes quiet and allows them to talk. And really, anybody can do this for you. It doesn't have to just automatically be an upline. If you've got a sideline or somebody even this company is so cool with people willing to help people. So if you know of somebody in another group that you're working with closely or whatever, they do you a favor, you do them a favor. Maybe they're in the same field, maybe it's two nurses or something, get them on. But when the person closes, the expert, there should be another call to action. I never close a message without there being another call to action. So again, this would be another example. Hey, I just got started on these new anti-aging activators. So much better than supplements, and I thought of you. My friend who's helped me is really knowledgeable and been helping others too. Would you be open to a quick three-way or a phone call so that she may share more? So you can see again, and this all nowadays people are doing a lot of this just through three-way texting. So it's certainly making our job just gets easier and easier, but we have to make sure that we do more and more reach outs. And again, this is just another way that if you've got somebody that's already using the products, hesitant to open their warm market to you, they may find this a little bit easier. Okay. So extra tips, do not send links first. Do never send a link until somebody asks you for it. Don't over explain. They don't have to know everything. Could you imagine if Bobby and I had to explain 33 years of business before somebody got started? So, it's okay to leave things out. It's absolutely fine. If it's of concern to them, they'll ask. I really think less is more. And we certainly don't want to have to convince anyone. But, stay curious, stay human, keep it short. I forget what I was watching the other day. I was telling Bobby, the average attention span of a goldfish these days is 8-9 seconds. Do you know what the average I'm watching the internet go in and out. The average attention span of a person is these days 8 seconds. So we need to keep things short and moving ahead. So if you feel like you're selling, you're just talking too much. And that's it. Okay, so I'm going to get out of this. Stop the share, and we're back. So I hope you all found that helpful. Just another way to be able to, for us to be able to do business. Again, it's all about these different approaches. Different approaches work differently for different people, just depending on what they're coming at. And if you feel like you're getting stuck with somebody or not knowing what to say, just reach out. Sometimes I forget more than, we think we've gone over these trainings, but then it's been forever since we have. So.
Just a reminder, the live opportunity presentation is coming up quick. It's the 27th. We'll talk a little bit more about that with the inviting next Sunday. And just yesterday we got invited. I'll get you the information on this, but Jenny Crane asked us to train her team. We love Jenny. She's just sweetheart. And a month or so back, she trained us.
Yeah.
She was did a fabulous job with talking social media with our group. So we always like to reciprocate. So she asked us to do it. So January 29th will be the night that we train for her. I'm not sure what she wants us to talk about. I'll get the subject on that. I told her just pick whatever she wants. But anyway, any questions or anything? And the The hotspot held on.
Barely.
Barely.
Unstable, unstable.
It held on. It's good to have a backup plan, man.
Yeah.
You never know. It's like the Wi-Fi went out, but the hotspot still worked. So, and any questions or anything we could do, answer for you? Everybody good?
Nice
Okay,
seeing you
so
all
we'll keep you
side by
posted
side.
with anything else that comes up.
Is Debbie talking?
Debbie, are you talking?
Oh, I just said it's nice seeing you all side by side instead of different rooms.
Oh, yeah, we do live in the same house.
We actually are in the same house. It's just one is normally first or second floor, the other one's on the third floor. So yeah,
Cool.
we do
Good.
live in the same house. Everything good, Deb? Yeah. Okay. All righty. If you guys need anything, if we could help with anything, just reach out. If you the like I said, the invites for the live Zoom coming up later this month is in Telegram and it's in the Facebook group. But and the video I was talking about, the 5-minute overview of the comp plan, that's on our YouTube channel. So just go to Bob and April Wagner at YouTube and it'll be right there. So have a good evening, everyone. Thank you. Sorry
Bye.
for the technical issues. We'll get it fixed. Have a good night.
Thanks so much, guys.
Take care, Freddie.
Betcha.